Here we go with Age of Fear 3 The Legend. We're going to give this little mission a go. There's two missions, 2 chapters, 2 stories, whatever you want to call them. We're going to go for the nubile ladies, I think. So let's go for that one. Apologies for any background noise. That's the washing machine. Yeah, I still got to do my chores, you know, as well as fight monsters.
The Pitmaster has been in touch. It seems Lord Azil is looking for 2 more beasts for his fighting pits. I must confess, I've never known dwarves to love watching others fight as much as Azil's townspeople do. Bloodthirsty folk they are. I've spoken to the local hunters. There's a Dryad rumored to be in the nearby forest. If there really is one out there, that will be something special. We'll hunt it down. I'm not certain what I'll do with the creature, but rumor has it they can be quite ferocious when provoked. We'll have to see about coaxing that ferocity out on a more permanent basis. That will take some time for me to execute, though. First, I'll need bait. I know one iron-headed knight who will be just perfect for the job.
Okay, the world map. So there's quite a lot to do here. So the story is pretty much quite in depth, I think. My apologies because this is my first go on this. I will get better as time goes on. I'm not going to like play and then replay the game like some of the others do. It's best to have a laugh and fail a bit. Sometimes the fails can be more entertaining than the successes, so it's always good to play a game like this, not knowing what you're in for. This is totally a blind playthrough. So Galad, okay. So click on. That was Galahad. I guess it's a play on his name. There we go. So I actually thought I was Galad for a second, but I'm not. Of course, I'm playing as the nubile women. I don't mind. I have animal beast friends. Well, that's pretty cool. I have different. Okay, turn 1 forest folk. Alright. So that's this area of attack, but it's not. It should encompass. The white area should encompass where the characters are, maybe. I think that would probably be the best thing. Footman, I'm kind of. Yeah, the stats. I don't really pay much attention to stats. That's probably why I fail at some of these games, the RPGs and everything. As time goes on, I'll tell you, part 2 of this video, I'm really getting the hang of it, so it's pretty good. I did have a second video straight after this, but the audio didn't record. I'm having so many problems with my laptops. Unbelievable. I love the over-the-top view. The top-down view is you know, it's pretty classic, but it's good. They're quite well-detailed models, really. Quite small area of map, but it is a tile set, isn't it, sort of? Okay, so Galad, ouch. A Dryad. Yeah, well, Galad's basically screwed, but he's been sent to his death. Anyway, he's expected to fail. See, that's where the path, yeah, that's good. Fire projectiles, that's good. Fire bolts as well. So I'm digging this, yeah. This I like this. Mess. Well, they're moving. Ouch, that hurt. Don't give up, forest child. I don't want the women to die. I don't think I'm gonna lose this anyway. It's the tutorial sort of mode. So here we go. A warhog. Should we call that a warhog? Gold, nice. I don't like the chatter. I don't like that in the game. That's one thing they'll have to remove. It's repetitive and annoying, I found. Apart from that, this game is alright. I do like it. There's not many games I don't like. Because you've got to get past the graphics, the gameplay, frame rate, all those issues really, and see what the game's all about. If you enjoy the game, well, not just the game mechanics, but the way the game plays and the storyline, and you still can salvage a decent bit of, entertainment from this. And that goes for all games, I think. Forest folk moving. Washing machine in the background is intolerable, but nothing I can do. I've been trying to record commentary on this and failing for last 2 days. This video should have been up 2 days ago. I'm slacking. Well, there we go. Hint. Oh, it has resistance. Poison resistance, that's good. Well, they're tree folk, aren't they? Forest folk. They're supposed to have resistance to stuff like that, usually. They usually have like poison weapons and everything like that, which they can. Now, I didn't know at the time, but you can destroy all these little items on the battlefield by multi-clicking it several times, and your character will break it open. That's what I just didn't get, But I found that out after the prison scene, which is a little later on. Ah, there we go.
Oh, split. Yeah.
Don't anger the wasps, so yeah, wasp's nest. 60% damage on items, so it's good I haven't broke it. So some of the items that you can break down can damage you, so yeah, I get that, that's good. Consequences. The battlefield's full of blood, I like the blood everywhere, that's good. Nice to see a bit of gore for a change.
Try and catch me.
The game doesn't look half bad, to tell you the truth. It's it's playable. I'm slowly getting used to the movements. I'm trying to select and go over there, but I just find projectiles, that's no good. So obviously I can't break or pick up anything there, there's nothing there, so I've just got to move on. See, I'm trying to select her, and I'll probably have to end the turn. There we go. Just trying to look around. It did say there's stuff around. Nah, there's nothing here. We've won the battle, it's time to move on. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to end the turn.
Sir Galad has fallen. Surprise, surprise. Whoa, how will I pay him now? The fool stood no chance against these forest folk, yet he fulfilled his purpose well, and occupied the Dryads long enough for my rangers to capture a few of them. I must say, these Dryads are quite pleasing to the eye. For now, I need only one. The rest can wait, just in case something goes wrong with the procedure. Any one of them will fetch me a good price on the slave market. Hopefully, some of these lecherous old men will have some luck taming these feral creatures. That's assuming the Dryads don't manage to kill them first, however. They're surprisingly fierce for such fragile-looking beings. As a side note, my returning rangers have recovered Sir Galad's body. For burial purposes, I ought to return him to his family, but I have a better use for that fool's body. Lord Azil seems content with my beasts. He's invited me to watch with him the first tournament there to be in. The monstrosity was a homicidal maniac already, but the Dryad required some tweaking. A couple of vials of chimera blood, and she's bloodthirsty as a starved vampire. The problem is in their cooperation. They have to fight effectively and rely on each other's competence. The pitmaster's going to have a tough time ahead of him. Breaking an intelligent species is no small feat. Viciousness and obedience rarely go hand in hand. That said, if Lord Azil wants some entertainment, I can deliver. It'll be quite an interesting spectacle to see. Lord Azil plans to put both into combat immediately. yet they've had no chance to become acclimated to one another. After all, I didn't make them so they could play well with others.
Well, we're back to battle. Oh, it's Gladiator. Different enemy types, and there's a spider woman. That's cool. A fast lady and a monster. Worm. Balvar's cool. I like her already. Mary's pretty hot, of course, but she's got to be hot. You're playing a female. I'm quite surprised it's not a male. I'll probably do, well, tonight, and I promise I'll get it up as soon as possible. I'll do the other storyline. I'll probably actually I will live stream it. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to live stream it. Because I like this game.
Nice try.
But there's a lot to learn. I'm picking it up slowly. See, I'm forgetting the turns. I do this all the bloody time. And I've been gaming since the 80s, man, you know. Jesus. You think I know by now. 47. I'm still clueless. Washing machine's driving me mad in the background like a humming noise. But I wanted to get this out because it is a nice game. I can leave you the rest of the gameplay for the moment. To see how it gets on, you know.
Nice try. Oh, splendid.
So, end of the battle. What are we doing here? Right. End battle. I've killed him. There's nothing really to collect. I think it destroyed virtually everything there. Those guys didn't have a chance. Right, Dartmere. Interesting.
The initial fight was quite unremarkable. The goblins facing off against these creatures were vastly inferior in both skill and coordination. It was, however, quite entertaining to watch the green rabble swarm the pair, only to be cut down in an instant. Surprisingly, the Dryad seems to be leading. There must be more to the forest folk than we suspect. While it's clear that the duo are attempting to coordinate with each other, I do wonder if it's purposeful teamwork or purely for survival. The pitmaster also tells me they're being quite unruly between fights. He had quite a jolly time up here, filling Lord Azil and myself in on how terribly domestic their arguments have been. Apparently, they're fighting like a pair of kids locked in the cupboard for punishment.
We need to look out. Yeah. Strong. Let's continue. Is it another fight? Let's get another fight in. I might get some unlockables or something. Anyway. The spider hung up on there. Bit daft. The art's actually not bad. The narrator's alright as well, surprisingly. Normally it's awful. One of your enemies carries an item or artifact. Hint. So that's good, hint system. They have a little logo and it shows what they're carrying, which is pretty good.
Nice try. What's that? Try and catch me.
Ah. Barbarian. What's the stats on this guy? Tell you what, the enemies miss a lot in this game. Just as well, really. Okay. Can I go there? No. Healing root.
Here comes trouble.
A web. Ah, hell. That's it. What's he got? Got me that time. Okay. Didn't get much gold. 25.
Hey, that's yours. Nice try. Try and catch me. Nice try. Try and catch me. Got it. Oh, splendid. Nice try. Say, that's yours.
The Dryad represents some of my finest work. I've not changed much about the creature. The anger I've induced in it and the quality of the potions would impress even the most pious of healers and alchemists. We will have to wait to see how the Dryad performs. Only time will tell if this surgery was a success. The pitmaster has remarked that they seem to dislike being kept in close quarters. Apparently, he's chained them together for now. If they're smart, they should pick up on the meaning. The pair took one look at what they were up against and were ready to escape. The question is, how the hell did they manage it? Lord Asriel knows what happens when you put unbroken creatures against hopeless odds. He's got his men out looking for them now. I get the impression this is what he wanted. A pair of monsters loose in his city. An excuse to hunt. On a more optimistic note, they're not dead yet. My reputation would have taken quite a blow if my beasts had actually died on their first day. They must be in the sewers somewhere. Woe betide any dwarves who stumble upon these escapees. It took a whole team of experienced hunters to capture them. A gang of
Well, that's the end of that.
city guards
We're back with
armed
part 2 very
with
soon.
snakes.
Thanks for watching.